Hello, everybody. We're waiting for some folks to jump in the room. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get started. So this is our first edition of 5 for 5. So we got 5 questions, 5 answers. Let me see if I can keep it down to 5 minutes. That's what's supposed to work. Okay, so the first question is from Kevin H. This is kind of a cool question because when I was working at Notre Dame, I was fortunate enough to be on the, football scheduling committee. And we were going through our opponents and everything. So this is a really, really cool question. The question was from Kevin H. What would be your dream schedule for the University of Notre Dame? So this is awesome. Now, the problem is that you can't necessarily, because I would obviously say, hey, let's look at the folks who were the top 10 teams last year and let's just play them. But, obviously we don't know who those folks would be. So my answer would be, just because I'm a huge SEC fan, even though I love Notre Dame, my first opponent would be Alabama, just because I think Notre Dame and Alabama would be awesome. Even though it happened in the past, but I think it'd be really nice now. And then after that, I would look at like the teams who were the top 10 maybe 5 years ago, and then kind of look at those teams in the future. So that would be my dream schedule. So the next question is from Justin M. What was your most memorable Holtz halftime speech? Well, this one isn't going to be a halftime speech per se. It's going to be the speech he gave right before the University of Miami, or right before we played the University of Miami, which was awesome. And I can't repeat the whole speech, but if you have a chance, check out the 30 for 30 with the Catholic versus convicts. It talks about the speech. It's awesome, but it was the speech before the game. The one thing I can say, and Pat Terrell does a great Lou Holtz. Holtz never swore. Right before he went out, he said, "You saved Jimmy Johnson's ass for me," which was awesome. But please watch the 30 for 30 because it was great. The next question is from Sophia M. How have you and your family been holding up during the coronavirus pandemic? We've actually been doing really good. I think I've gained maybe about 5 or 6 more pounds just because I'm eating great all the time. But we're able to kind of spend time with each other, which is great. And this is one of the things that, our society, everybody's on the computers, everybody's on their phones. I think this is really a chance for everyone to kind of spend time with each other and really have dinner with each other, sit down, hang out, learn some new stuff about your family, which I think is great. And I'm also doing some projects around the house, so that should be fun. So we have another question from Steve G. And, excuse me, which team did you want to beat the most when I was in college at the University of Notre Dame? So I would have to say the favorite team we wanted to play, a lot of the guys wanted to play, and my favorite team was the University of Miami. Because during the mid to late 80s, they were the team. And it was great because we had a lot of guys on our team from Florida who knew those guys. And so at the time, University of Miami, they were coming out, I think in 85 or 86, they wound up coming off a plane in like Army fatigue. So they had this reputation of being like these badass players, right? So we knew how good we were, and they obviously knew how good they were. So it was great having the chance to play against University of Miami because we felt that we were their peers, but they didn't think like that about our team because they would beat the crap out of us in the past. So we have another question from Tony F. And this is, who is the best player you played against at Notre Dame and also for the Bears? So I would have to say for the University of Notre Dame, it's not the person I played against. It's the person that was there every day in practice, and that was Rocket Ishmael. It was great because he was so fast and he kind of allowed us to be a better defense because we had to play against him in practice. Now, Holtz didn't let the number one offense and number one defense practice all the time together, but the times we did have a chance to practice against Rocket, it was great because he gave, and that's why our defense was so good, because we had a chance to play against one of the best players in the country, and he just got inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame. So, in the pros. So the other one is on the pro level, it's Barry Sanders, who I think is probably the number 3rd best running back in the country, in the history of the NFL. Number 1, obviously, Walter Payton, being from Chicago, watching him growing up as a kid. Number 2 for me is Jim Brown, but number 3 is Barry Sanders. And I had a chance to play against him, which was great because we had to change our defense to accommodate his quickness, his football IQ. He was a great player, and it's awesome. One of my football cards I have, and I forgot, I should have brought it, didn't even think about it, but has me tackling Barry Sanders, which I thought was pretty cool. So on the pro level, Barry Sanders, and on the college level, Rocket Ishmael. So that was the 5 for 5. It kind of went by really quick. Maybe in the future when we do this again, maybe we do a 5 for 6 or something like that, because I love kind of talking about our experiences. So guys, thank you very much. And until next, also, you know what? Stay safe and stay at home. See you guys next week. Bye.